Very, very important concept, that is types of testing. Today concept is types of testing.
Mm-hmm.
Types of testing. Very, very important concept, types of testing. First
Mm-hmm.
concept, nearly we will discuss today 18 types of testing. Whenever you are working with any software company, max we can perform 18 types of testing. Today we will discuss all 18 types of testing we will discuss today.
Mm-hmm.
First testing, build acceptance testing. Build acceptance testing, or we can say BAT, build acceptance testing. Next, build verification testing, or we can say build verification testing. Or BVT, or sanity testing, or smoke testing. First testing, very, very important testing, that is build acceptance testing BAT, or build verification testing BVT, or sanity testing, and or we can say smoke testing also. Okay. What is
So
build?
they all are
Only one.
they all are separate. Okay.
All are only one. Okay. Some companies they are saying build acceptance testing. Some companies
Mm-hmm.
they are calling build verification testing. Some
Mm-hmm.
companies they are calling sanity testing. Some companies they are calling smoke testing. Okay.
Okay.
What
Okay.
is build? First of all, we need to know what is build. First of all, we should know what is build. Build. Wherever you go, if it is software company, if it is software company, they will develop. First of all, they will divide the whole project into some modules. For example, if they got any project, they will divide the whole project into some modules. That is called high level designing. And each and every module divided into some sub modules. That is called low level designing.
Low level.
Each and every module, each and every sub module divided into some build wise. Build wise they will develop and they will send it to testing department. Build wise they will develop and they will send it to testing department. That is process. So for example, for example, build is nothing but it should be complete task. Build is nothing but it should be complete task. It should
Complete.
be complete task. Then only we can say build. For example, developers are they are developed one build, they are sending this one. Okay, this build is properly.
No,
Why?
because
There is
there is
no
not.
chance to,
But
there is no chance to perform any testing. We can take
yes.
10 in the place of value 1, we can take 20 in the place of value 2, we can sit, we can't do anything. Why? Because there is no other options, we can't do anything. So this is not at all build. If developers send this type of build, we will reject this build. Why? Because there is no chance to perform any testing. So that's the reason we will reject this build. Next, for example, now they are sending value 1, value 2, and add button. Is this build?
No.
No. This is
No.
not at all build. Why? Because here I can take 10, I can take 20, I can click on add button. But it is showing
Mm-hmm.
add button is properly working or not, I don't know. So I can't say. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because here is no result. So this is not
Yes.
at all build. We will reject this build.
Yes.
Next, developer sending value 1, value 2, result and add button. Is this build?
Yes.
Yes,
It
this is
is.
build. Minimum we can perform. Okay, minimum we can perform testing on this build. That add button is properly working or not. Leave it. First, we want to first of all we should know this build is properly further detailed testing or not. So there is minimum scope to perform testing. So here we have scope to
Mhm.
do some testing. Why? Because we can take 10 in the place of value 1, we can take 20 in the place of value 2. If we click on add button, it is showing right or wrong secondary, but this is build, we can do minimum testing, we can do minimum testing. That's why we can accept this build. So wherever you go, if it is software company, they will develop a build wise total application, they will develop a build wise part to part. So build is nothing but it is a part of the application. So it is a part of the application, they will develop a build wise and they will send to testing department. That time we will check this build is properly or further detailed testing. So if you want perform testing, compulsory that build should be properly, then only we can do testing. So here we are not concentrating on add button is properly working or not, we are not concentrating, we are concentrating on build is properly further detailed testing or not. This build is
Okay.
properly further detailed testing or not, we are concentrating. Just add button is properly working or not, we will do testing next. That is next. First we need to accept that build. If it is
All right.
if it is build is properly, then we will accept.
Mhm.
After that we will do testing. That is next. First we are accepting or rejecting. So we are verifying the build, this build is properly further detailed testing or not, we are concentrating. That's why that is called build acceptance testing. Wherever you go, first of all we need to do build acceptance testing only. First we need to accept the build, then after that we will perform testing. But first this build is properly further detailed testing or not, we will do testing. That's why that is called build acceptance testing. For example, I have own company in Hyderabad city, that is Akhil
Mhm.
Reddy Technologies. So
Mhm.
I want 100 computers. I want 100 computers. So I ordered in a big shop. I ordered in one big shop. They
Big
are
shop.
delivering the all the companies. They are delivering the all the computers. They are delivering the all the computers. So in that situation, I will check 100 computers are delivering or not. I am concentrating. 100 computers are delivering or I am concentrating. After that, I will check each and every computer is properly working or not. I will check later.
Mhm.
But 100 computers are they are delivering or not. I am concentrating. Here also, here that application is properly working or not. Leave it. So
Mhm.
that build is properly or further detailed testing. So there is compulsory minimum we need to perform some testing. Is there any scope or not, we are doing testing. That's why that is called build acceptance testing, we are verifying the build. So that's why we can say build verification testing or sanity testing or smoke testing. Okay, we are checking the
Okay.
build, we are checking the build, we are not testing the application, we are not testing the application, we are not testing the functionality, we are checking the build. Build is properly further detailed testing. If I want to perform
Mhm.
testing, there is scope or not, I'm doing testing. That's why that is called build acceptance testing. In the definition only, in the name only, you can get the meaning. Build acceptance testing. Build. If it is build is properly, we can accept. Otherwise, we can reject. And build verification testing. We are verifying the build. Build is properly further detailed testing or not. We are doing testing. That's why we can say build verification testing and sanity testing or smoke testing. We can say we can use these four terms: build acceptance testing, build verification testing, or sanity testing, or smoke testing. Got it, ma?
Yes, I got it.
Right. But in USA, some
Mhm.
companies they are saying before releasing the build, developers also will do testing on this build. This build is properly further detailed testing or not. Developers will do some testing. That's why that is called smoke testing. They are saying in USA some
Okay.
companies they are calling before releasing the build.
Mhm.
Developers will do small testing on this build. This build is properly further detailed testing or not, developers will do
Mhm.
testing. That's why we are calling smoke testing. some companies saying. Whenever you are saying the definition, you need to mention in USA. Some companies, they are they are saying, before releasing the bill, developers also will do testing. That time they can say smoke testing.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that is the first testing. Wherever you go, if it is software company, first of all we will do build verification testing. This is the first testing or initial testing. Whenever you are working with any software company, compulsory we will do build acceptance testing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next testing, next testing, regression testing. Next testing, regression testing. Regression testing. Next testing, regression testing. What do you mean by regression testing? Already tested functionality again and again we will do testing. That's why that is called regression testing. Already tested functionality again and again we will do testing. That's why that is called regression testing. What is,
Mm-hmm.
why we need to use already tested functionality? Once again, why we need to do testing?
Because we will have to make sure that the previous testing was correct,
Okay, I will
right?
tell you, madam. I will tell you. I will tell you. Regression testing. It is also one
Mm-hmm.
of the type of testing in which one will perform testing
Mm-hmm.
on the already tested functionalities again and again. Okay.
Okay.
Regression testing
Okay.
is nothing but this is also one of the type of testing in which one will perform testing on the already tested functionalities again and again. It is usually done in two scenarios. Usually we will do in only two scenarios. For example, I'm taking 10 madam in the place of value 1. I'm taking
Mm-hmm.
20 in the place of value 2. I'm clicking on add button. It is working fine. I'm clicking on sub button. It is also working fine. I'm clicking on null button. It is also working fine. I'm clicking on div button. It is not working fine. So it is showing 0.6. Correct answer is 0.5, but it is showing 0.6. So I will raise the defect to developers. I will raise the that defect to developers. Developers will rectify, and once again they will send to testing department.
Mm-hmm.
In that situation, already add functionality, sub functionality, mul functionalities, already tested functionalities, only div is a defect functionality. Div is a defect functionality. Now, can I test the all the functionalities or only div functionality?
You can do all or did functionality only,
Can I do all the functionalities testing, or I can do only div testing?
or you can do all.
You can do all. Why we need to do testing? Add functionality, sub functionality, mul functionalities, already tested functionalities, all are
Mm-hmm.
working fine. Why I need to
Mm-hmm.
once again do testing?
Because we're doing regression testing,
Mm, yeah.
and we have to test it twice.
Mm. Whenever the testers has raised the defective, rectified by the developers, and next bill is released to the testing department, then the test
Mm-hmm.
engineers will test the defective functionality as well as already tested functionalities also. So
Mm-hmm.
that is first situation. Why? Because whenever you whenever they are rectifying the problem, that
Mm-hmm.
affect or reflect on other functionalities. So then once
Mm-hmm.
again we will do testing. Already add functionality, sub functionality, mul functionality, already tested functionalities. Still once again we will do testing. Why? Because whenever they are rectifying the defective, whenever rectifying the div defective, so there may be chance reflect or effect on other functionality. So that's the reason once again we will do testing. That's why that is called regression test. Okay.
Okay.
Second situation. Second situation. I'm taking 10 in the place of value 1 and taking 20 in the place of value 2. I'm clicking on add button, it is working fine. I'm clicking on sub button, it is working fine. I'm clicking on null button, it is working fine. I'm clicking on div button, it is working fine. And I'm clicking on clear button. It is also working fine.
Mm-hmm.
Next day, they are
Mm-hmm.
they added one application, one button to that application, and once again they are sending to testing department. Once again, they will send to testing department. In that
Mm-hmm.
situation, I need to
Mm-hmm.
check only OK button, or I need to perform all overall testing.
Yeah, you need to perform all testing
Why?
because regression testing we have to test it twice,
Not twice or thrice, madam.
not twice,
Based,
right?
yeah,
I mean, yeah,
already tested
yeah.
functionality. Once again, we will do testing. So here,
Yes, one second.
new feature added by developers. In that
Yes,
situation, once again, we need to test all the functionalities. Why? Because
yes.
whenever incorporate the new functionality, that time other functionality may be effective. So that's the reason.
Oh,
Once again, we will do entire testing. That means that is second scenario. Whenever
yes.
some new features are incorporated by the developers, next build is released to the testing department, then the test engineers will once again test the related functionalities as well as new functionalities also. So these are the regression testing. Already tested functionality, once again we will do testing only two scenarios. That's why that is called regression testing. If you do one time, that is normal testing. If you do once again do testing, that is called regression testing. If you do once testing, that is normal testing. Once again if you do testing, that is called regression testing.
Regression testing. Yes.
Next next testing, retesting. Next testing, retesting. Retesting definition is already tested functionality again and again we will do with different sets of data. That's why that is called retesting. Already tested functionality. Okay, retesting is nothing but it is also one of the type of testing in which one will test the same functionality again and again with different sets of data. Then the type of testing is known as retesting. For example,
Mm-hmm.
for example, I'm taking I'm taking 10 in the place of value 1. I'm taking 20 in the place of value 2. If I click on add button, it is showing 30. Now, can I say confidently it is working?
Yes.
No, no,
Oh, you have to test. You have to test in all buttons.
no. I want to check add button. Okay, I'm
Okay.
taking 10 in the place of value 1. I'm taking 20 in the place of value 2. If I click on add button, it is showing 30. So, can I say
Mm-hmm.
confidently is it working?
Well, for now it's working, but in other case, I don't know.
Hmm. In this case, this set of values, this application add functionality is properly working. If I take
Yes.
another set of values, it may be work or not, I don't know. So
Yes.
I can't say confidently. I can't say confidently add button is properly working. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to take multiple sets of data. I'm taking 100,
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking 200, I'm clicking on add button, it is showing 300. Yes, it is working. I'm taking 1000
Okay.
euro. I'm taking 2000 euro. I'm clicking an add button. It is showing 3000. Yes, it is working. Confidently, I can say right now. Why? Because
Oh, okay.
not only I taken single set of data, I taken multiple sets of data. All the multiple sets of data, it is working fine. Confidently, I can say now, add button is properly working. So this is called
Mm-hmm.
retesting. Already
Retesting.
tested functionality. Already tested functionalities again and again with the different sets of values we are taking. Confidently, we can say this add button
Mm-hmm.
is properly working. This type of testing is known as retesting. Wherever you
Mm-hmm.
go, if it is software company, build acceptance testing, regression
Mm-hmm.
testing, retesting regularly we will do.
Mm-hmm.
These three types of testing is very, very important to testings.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, if we are working with any application, we will do these build acceptance testing, build verification testing, or regression testing, or retesting. We will do
Retesting.
regularly.
Okay.
Okay, these are the
Regularly.
very, very
Okay.
important testings.
So
Regression
these are compulsory.
compulsory. We will
Okay.
do this type of testing. So, retesting
Okay.
or regression testing or build acceptance testing.
Mm-hmm.
Next, alpha testing. Yesterday we discussed alpha testing and beta testing.
Mhm.
What do you mean by alpha testing? What do you mean by beta testing?
Alpha testing is
Uh,
alpha testing is in alpha testing you do it in your place with your people, with your software engineers, right? But beta testing, uh, it has in third place with third party engineers who will test it. Is that true?
mm. Yeah, first of all, whenever you are asking anyone, if it is asking about alpha testing, beta testing, we should say alpha testing, beta testing, both are user acceptance testings. First point
Oh,
is
yeah. Mm-hmm.
user acceptance testings. Presence of the user we are doing. That's why we are calling
Oh, yeah.
user acceptance testing.
Yes.
Alpha testing, beta testing, both are user acceptance testing. Presence of the user we are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
alpha testing advantages. Here, alpha testing in our company, in our people, they will do testing in front of the user. That's why that is called alpha testing.
Yes.
What are the advantages of alpha testing?
Um,
If at all any defect found, then there is a chance of
yes.
rectifying immediately.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's the reason all the companies nowadays they are encouraging only alpha testing only.
Yes. Yes.
Next, beta testing. Same in front of the user we are doing, in
Mm-hmm.
front of the user we are doing,
Mm-hmm.
but third party they are doing third party people, third party location
Mm-hmm.
they are doing.
Mm-hmm.
If at all
Yes.
any defect found, then there is no chance to rectifying immediately. That's why
Mm-hmm.
none of the companies not encouraging beta testing nowadays. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alpha testing and beta testing both are one of the type of testings only.
Mm-hmm.
Next testing, static testing. Next testing, static testing. Static testing or GUI testing. GUI means graphical user interface. GUI means graphical user interface. Without performing any actions on the application, we can
Can
test
you
the
can you
application.
can you spell that again, please?
What, madam?
Could you could you spell that again, please? GUI means can you say that in
Graphical user interface.
graphical?
Hmm. Graphical
Okay. User. Okay.
graphical user interface. Without performing any actions on the application, we can test the application. Then the type of testing is known as static testing or GUI testing. Without performing any actions on the application, we can test the application. So
Mm-hmm.
just look and feel, just look and feel. Without performing any actions, we can see and say. So the type of testing is known as static testing. If you want to perform static testing, we can follow five guidelines. One is availability. First one, availability. Based on the customer, customer requirement is that application, calculator application should contain add button, sub button, mul button, div button. He is saying that is customer requirement. That calculator
Mm-hmm.
application should contain add button, sub button, mul button, div button. So
Mm-hmm.
if it is there or not, so if you want to check, there is no need to perform any actions. Without performing any actions, we can see and say. So this type of testing is known as static testing. Availability base, without performing any actions, we can see and say.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the type of one of the static testing. And
Mm-hmm.
consistency. Each and every button is consistent with each other or not. No need to perform any actions. We can see and say. We can see and
Mm-hmm.
say. So each and every button
Okay.
with consistent with each other. No need to perform any actions. We can see and say. This is also one of the static testing. A consistency base also, without performing any actions, we can see and say.
Mhm.
Alignment. Next, all the buttons alignment is properly or not. No need to perform any actions. We can see and say. So alignment is properly
Mhm.
or not. No need to perform any actions, madam. Just see and say.
Mhm.
Add button, sub button, mul
Mhm.
button, div button. All the buttons alignment is properly or not. No need to perform any actions. We can say and say. We can see and say.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Next, spelling. All the button spelling is properly or not. Spelled correctly. Spelling correct or not. No need to perform any actions. We can see and say.
Mhm.
Color. Each and every button color, if you want to know the color, no need to perform any actions. We can see and say.
Mhm.
If you take any application, minimum we can write, we can test in these 5 ways. If it is any
Mhm.
application, minimum we can perform these 5 ways we can perform testing. One is availability and consistency, alignment and spelling and color. So in these 5 situations we can test the application. So that is static testing. Static testing means without performing any action
Mhm.
we can test the application.
Mhm.
Then the type of testing is known as static testing or GUI testing. So we
Mhm.
can, in these 5 ways, we can do testing: availability based, consistency based, alignment based, and spelling and grammar mistakes and color. Okay.
Mhm.
Best example:
So, okay.
code review or document review. If you want to check the document or if you want to check the code, no need to perform any actions. Without performing
Mhm.
any actions, we can see and say. Okay,
Mhm.
that is
Mhm.
static testing.
Mhm.
Next to dynamic testing. Next to testing, dynamic testing. Dynamic testing means compulsory we need to perform some actions on the functionality. Then only we can say that functionality properly working or not. For example, I am asking, Madam, can you tell add button is properly working or not? Can you tell or not?
Yes, I can.
Just see and say. Add button is properly working. See and say.
Okay. Ye- I mean, how do I say? Can you give me some example?
For example,
I
add
mean,
button is
can we write it in normal language, or do we have to use some?
no, madam.
Uh,
Dynamic testing means compulsory we need to perform some actions on the functionality. Then only we can say that functionality is properly working or not. We can do testing. So
mhm.
if I am asking, add button is properly working or not, can you say without performing any actions?
Yes.
Huh? How can you say
No.
add button is
No. No.
properly
No.
working or not? How
No.
can
No.
you say?
I can't. Yeah.
If it is alignment to consistent to and
Mhm.
spelling and availability,
Mhm.
we can say. But
Yes.
add button is properly working or not compulsory. We need to perform some actions on the
Mhm.
functionality. Then only we can say that functionality is properly working or not. That means
Yes.
compulsory we need to perform some actions. That means that is functional testing. Compulsory we need to
Mhm.
perform some actions
Mhm.
on the functionality. Then only we can say that functionality is properly working or not. That type of testing is known as dynamic testing. The type of
So
testing
you
is known as
you'll have to do functional test first, then you will say, right?
yes. For example,
So
first of all,
for
uh,
example, if the ad button is working correctly, then how will you write? I mean, how will you say? Can you give me an example, please?
for example, if add button is properly working or not, I want to know. So just I need to take 10 in the place of value 1. I need to
Mm-hmm.
take 20 in the place of value 2. If I click an
Mm-hmm.
add button, result is 30 is
Mm-hmm.
coming or not. This is our duty. So
Yes.
without performing any actions, we can't say compulsory we need to perform some actions on the functionality. Then only we can say this type of testing is known as dynamic testing.
Yes.
If it is static testing, no need to perform any actions. We can see and say. But here
Yes.
is dynamic testing. Dynamic testing means
Yes.
compulsory we need to perform some actions. Then only we can say that functionality is properly working or not.
Yes. So now in this case, the add button is working perfectly, right?
Right.
So how do we write the case? I mean the case. How do we write? Can you show me an example?
How to write the?
Yeah? Can we just say that yes, the add button is working? Can we just say that, or we will have to write in some
I'm taking 10 in the place
advanced
of
way?
I'm taking 10 in the place of value 1. I'm taking 20 in the place of value
Mhm,
2. If I click an add button,
mhm.
if it is showing 30, that is that add button is properly working.
Okay.
Otherwise, we can say add button is not properly working. So
Mhm,
based on the based on the customer requirement, we will test add button is properly
mhm,
working or not. We need to do testing. So we will
mhm,
take some values and we will do testing. We will perform some actions. We will perform
mhm,
some actions.
mhm,
Then only we
mhm,
can say that functionality is properly working or not. Compulsory, we need to perform some actions. Compulsory, we need to perform some actions. Then only we
yeah.
can say. If it is static testing, without performing any actions, we can see and say.
Mhm.
But here, this is dynamic testing. Compulsory, we need to perform some actions. So this type
So,
of
so
testing
in
is not.
testing, we will have to write a test case, right?
Oh,
Do we have
you are asking test
test?
cases. Test case.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
test case concept later, madam. Just to we can enter into STLC. That time I will
Okay,
explain you very
okay,
clear manner, madam. No need to worry,
okay,
madam. That is
okay, okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
okay.
I will tell you, madam. I will tell you, madam, later. And the
Mhm,
dynamic testing best example, functional testing. Compulsory, we need to
mhm,
perform function. We need to perform some actions on the functionality. Then only we can say that functionality is properly working or not. That type of testing is known
mhm,
as dynamic testing.
mhm. Okay.
Next testing, installation testing.
Installation testing.
Installation testing means after developing the application, after testing the application, we need to install the application into client environment. That is tester's job. So after
Okay.
developing the application, after testing the application, compulsory we need to delivery or install the application into client environment. For that
Mhm,
purpose, some companies separately they will maintain deployment engineers. Some companies they will not maintain deployment engineers. Senior software
mhm,
test engineers will go to client place and they will
mhm,
install the application into client environment. So for that
mhm,
purpose, each and every software company they will provide installation document. Installation document.
mhm,
Installation document is nothing but
mhm.
it is a set of guidelines how to install the
Mhm.
application into client environment. So they
So
will
they will only send senior testing engineers to
only
the
yes.
client.
All the companies will not maintain deployment engineers, madam. Senior software
Mhm.
test engineer, he will go to client place and he will install the application into client environment.
Okay.
For that purpose, each and every software company
Mhm,
they will provide installation document. In that
mhm,
installation document, we can get the guidelines how to install the application into client environment. Okay,
mhm,
we will not apply or he will not apply. We will or he will not apply own ideas. Whatever that software company given document, using that document, he will follow the steps and he will install the application into client environment. If at all
mhm,
installation successful, then he will come to a conclusion that the given guidelines correct. Otherwise, he can come to a conclusion that the given guidelines not correct. Why? Because he is not applying own ideas. Whatever that company given, the document he will follow strictly. So, if at all
mhm.
installation successful, then that guidelines is correct. Otherwise, guidelines is not correct. That is
Okay.
installation testing. So
Okay.
wherever you go, installation testing also we will do.
Mhm,
We will do means test engineers will do.
mhm.
We means we are the testers.
Yes, we are the testers.
You are also tester now.
Hopefully, I will be.
Hmm. No need to worry, madam. It's very easy to learn. No need to worry.
Okay.
First manual
Mhm,
testing only theory part. Now
mhm,
we are discussing types of testings. Yeah,
mhm,
installation testing finished. Next,
mhm.
compatibility testing.
Compatibility.
Compatibility testing. Compatibility testing also one of the type of testing. Compatibility testing also one of the type of testing in which one
Mhm.
may have to deploy the application into the multiple number of environments and prepared with different combinations of environments, and they will do testing. That's why that is called compatibility testing. For example, you are the customer, you want one software that you are saying your requirement that developed application should work in Windows 7 environment. That developed
Mhm.
application should work in Windows 7. So
Mhm.
okay, you are saying only one requirement that application should work in Windows 7. Which technology suits for Windows 7? I will check and I will develop that application. Which technology suits
Mhm.
for Windows 7? PHP, either .NET or Java. Which
Java.
technology suits for Windows 7? I will check and I will choose the technology and I will develop the application. That is mom.
Mhm.
That is normal project. If it is project, the customer will give only one requirement. The
Mhm.
application should work in Windows XP or Windows 7 or Windows 8, Windows Mac, something he will say. Based on the requirement,
Mhm.
which technology suits for that customer specified environment, we will choose and we will develop the application. That is project.
Mhm.
Next, I want to introduce one product into market. I want to introduce X. I want to introduce X product into market. So first
Mhm.
of all, I need to install Windows XP. In that XP it is working or not, I need to check. And
Mhm.
Windows 7, I need to install into Windows 7 it is working or not. I need to
Mhm.
check Windows 8 it is working or not. In the Mac it is working or not. Need to check.
Mhm.
Not only operating systems, not only operating systems. Once again, in the XP already Oracle installed. In
Mhm.
the XP already Oracle installed. In that situation, it is working or not. Already Java installed. In that situation, it is working or not. SAP installed. In that situation, it is working or not. .NET installed. In that situation, it is working or not. So I need to check. So I need to install into different combinations, and we need to do testing. So that's why that is called compatibility testing. Not only single
Mhm.
environment. Why? Because if it is product, worldwide users will use. Not only India people, not only USA people. Worldwide people will use. Some people they
Mhm.
will maintain. Use XP operating system. Some people they will use Windows 7 operating system, and some people they will use Mac or Windows 8. So already they already had installed some software. See, in that situation, this product is properly working or not. We will do testing. Different different
Mhm.
possible different possible combinations we will create in our company. If it is working or we will do testing. That's why that is called compatibility testing. If it is project, we can test only customer specified environment. But this is the product means different operating systems people, different people already installed softwares will be there in the system. In that situation, this X software is properly working or not, we will do testing. That's why that is
Mhm.
called compatibility testing.
Mhm.
All the softwares will not work in all operating system, right?
Mhm.
Madam,
Yes.
all softwares will not work in all computers.
Mhm. Yes, I know.
Yes. So why all softwares will not work in all computers? Compatibility
Okay.
issues. That's the reason whenever developing the any product, they will check different possible combinations, and they will install the application. They will install the application into different possible combinations. If it is properly working, then only they will release into market. Otherwise they will not release into market. Why? Because
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
only India people, not only UK people, different worldwide people will use that one. Why? Because that is a product. Skype is a product. TeamViewer is a product. GoToMeeting is a product. So this
Mhm.
GoToMeeting, if you install any operating system, any system, it will work fine. Why it will work fine? There is compatibility. There is
Mhm.
compatibility. So that's the
Compatible.
reason whenever developing the any product, they will create environment in software company, and if it is working in all environments, they will install different possible combinations in that environment also. If it is working, then only they will install into, they will release into market, otherwise they will not release. That is product. If it is project, only it satisfies the only customer requirement. But if it is product, worldwide users, different possible combinations, different people will use. In that situation, is properly working or not, we will do testing. That's why that is called compatibility testing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it, ma?
Yes, I got it.
Next to testing, usability testing. Next to testing, usability testing. Next to testing, usability.
Usable.
Usability means user friendly. Usability means user friendly. After developing the application, after testing the application, we will do usability testing also. Usability means user friendly. User friendly. After developing the application, based on the customer requirements, application is properly working or not, we will do testing. That is normal testing.
Mm-hmm.
Usability testing means after developing the application, after testing the
Mm-hmm.
application, once again we will do testing. So, not just here, you need to remember only one thing. Not only
Mm-hmm.
justifying the customer requirements, if it is justifying the customer requirements, that is not at all quality document.
Mm-hmm.
If it is satisfying the customer requirement, that is not at all quality document or
Quality
quality software
document.
or quality product or quality project. So
Project.
that should be user friendly. That should be
Mm-hmm.
user friendly.
User
Okay.
friend.
User
Friendly.
feel
Okay.
convenient and comfortable. User will feel
Mm-hmm.
convenient and comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Then only we can say that
Mm-hmm.
software or application or project or product is user friendly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
application should be user friendly. User friendly.
User friendly. Yes.
For example, we have multi browsers. We have multi browsers like Chrome, IE browser, and Firefox. We have number of browsers. But wherever you
Mm-hmm.
go, most of the people will use only Google Chrome. Why they will use Google Chrome? Google Chrome is a user friendly. Google Chrome
User
is
friendly.
very user friendly. You know, madam. In market we have number of phones like Nokia, Samsung, Ericsson, something, iPhone. Number of phones is there. But
Mm-hmm.
in village people, in village
Mm-hmm.
people, most of the people they will use Nokia. Why they will use Nokia? Nokia features is very user friendly. Nokia features
Yes.
is very user friendly. That is the
Yes.
reason most of the people, in illiterate people, not educated people, they can use
Mm-hmm.
anyone. Why? Because they can learn each and everything. So they
Mm-hmm.
can use any phone. But illiterate
Mm-hmm.
people like farmers
Mm-hmm.
in village people, they will use only Nokia phones. Why?
Yes.
Because that is very user friendly. That user may
Yes.
feel convenient or comfortable. So
Yes.
after developing the application, after testing the application, once again we will do usability testing. Usability means user friendliness. User friendly. That application is user friendly or not. If it is justifying the customer requirement, that is not at all quality application. That should be user friendly. Then only we can say that application is quality application. Got it, ma?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I got it.
Yeah, usability testing also we will do. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
right. Next
Okay.
test, end-to-end testing. End-to-end testing.
And
Next testing, end-to-end testing. It is also one of the type of testing in which one will perform testing on all the end-to-end scenarios. Then we can say end-to-end testing. For example, I'm going to bank, madam. I'm going to bank.
mm-hmm.
First of all, I need to log
Mm-hmm.
into application. After that, I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing balance inquiry. Next, I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing money transfer. Once
Mm-hmm.
again, I'm doing balance inquiry. Once
Mm-hmm.
again, and log out.
Mm-hmm.
Login is starting scenario, logout is ending scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Login is a starting scenario and logout is a ending scenario. End to
Mm-hmm.
end, I worked this one. So that's why they are
Mm-hmm.
called end to end testing. Starting
Okay.
scenarios to ending scenario.
Mm-hmm.
If you work with
Mm-hmm.
any application, then the type of
Mm-hmm.
testing is known as end-to-end testing. Wherever you go, max you can perform end-to-end testing only. So if you are working in one X project, they will keep up to releasing, up to delivery. They will use in that particular project only. They will not shift to another project. Why? Because so you know something about that particular project. If they change, so once again they need to give training. That's the reason each and every software company separately, mainly they will maintain end to end. They will maintain end to end. That is end
End to
to
end.
end testing. End to end testing. End to end testing. Starting scenarios to ending scenarios. So starting scenarios to ending scenarios, we will do testing. That's why that is called end to end testing. Okay.
Yes.
Next testing, experts testing. What do you mean by expert? Expert.
Expert.
What do you mean by expert?
Expert means excellent.
Yeah, for example, in market we have different domains, madam. Banking domain, finance, healthcare, healthcare, insurance, educational domains. In market we have different domains, madam. Yeah, banking domain, finance domain, education, healthcare domain, healthcare domain, healthcare domain, and insurance domain, educational domain. So, for example, if you are working in banking domain since from 15 years, you will become a expert.
Expert.
Yes, you will become a expert.
Okay.
You are doing this since from 15 years, so you will become a expert. So, this domain experts without having any customer requirement document directly they can do testing. That's why that is called experts testing. Okay,
Okay.
without having any customer requirement document. If you are fresher, compulsory we should follow the requirement document. But domain experts, without having any customer requirement document, directly they can do testing. Why? Because they have experience. They know everything, how that application behaving, where exactly it will behave, everything they know. That's the reason that domain experts, without having any customer requirement document, directly they can do testing. Then the type of testing is known as experts testing. Only domain experts can do this testing. That is experts testing. Okay.
Okay.
Without having
Okay.
any customer requirement document, directly they can do testing. That's why that is called experts testing.
Okay.
For example, it is very rarely we can do experts testing, madam. Why? Because wherever you go, if it is software company, first of all they will schedule the work. First of all they will schedule and they will divide the whole work and they will schedule the work. Based on the schedule, they can complete that particular work. But sometimes some companies will not maintain separate plan in their situation. So that project may be delayed. So in that situation, for example, we need to deliver the application on Monday. We need to deliver the application on Monday. So we need to do half of the functionality we tested, remaining half of the functionality is pending. So in that situation, if test engineers will do, then it will take more time. So in that situation, that software company will call domain experts. The domain
Okay.
experts will come and they will do their work within the day they can do it. Why? Because
Okay.
they are they are the experts. They are the
Okay.
experts. They know
Yes.
everything. Why? Because they have experience. They know everything, how
Like
application will
you.
behave. Oh, no, no, no,
Yeah. Like you are now.
no.
Yes, like you are now.
Yeah, I'm not expert. I'm only teaching expert. I'm not a domain
Only for
expert.
me. Well, for me, you are expert in everything.
Yes, yeah, this domain expert people without having any customer requirement document, they can do testing. Why?
Mhm.
Because, yeah, I'm expert in just, I can speak non-stop 24 hours, madam. That is, I'm an expert in speaking. I
Okay,
can I can speak 24 hours without any break. Okay,
okay.
and I can teach this testing non-stop.
So you
That
are
is
expert in teaching and
only,
speaking.
yes, speaking and teaching. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, he domain experts. For example, wherever you go, that bike mechanics. So if it
Mm,
is easy, if he is doing since from 10 years, 15 years, he will become an
mhm.
expert. Whenever if
Yeah.
you get any problem with the bike, if you go there
Mhm, mhm.
directly, they will raise the accelerator and they can say, oh, this is the engine problem, this is the that problem. They will say
Yes,
directly. Why they are
yes, yes.
saying? They have experience already, they got, they know everything, so that's the reason they are saying. Just like these domain experts also, without having any customer requirement document, directly they can do
Mhm,
testing. If it is test
mhm,
engineers, each and every software company, just for understanding requirements, they will give 10 to 15 days time, and we need to
mhm,
understand the requirements very clearly. Oh, but
mhm.
domain experts, they don't want it, they don't want any requirement document, directly they can do testing. So that's why that is called experts testing.
Okay.
Next testing, monkey testing. Next testing, monkey
Mhm,
testing. Monkey testing means if one perform abnormally actions on the application intentionally, if one perform abnormally
mhm,
actions on the application, then the type
mhm.
of testing is known as monkey testing. For example, for example, and taking 10 in the place of value 1 and taking 20 in the place of value 2 and taking 10 in the place of value 1 and taking 20 in the place of value 2. If I click on add button, it is showing 30. So this
Mhm,
is normal class, normal action. This is
mhm,
normal
mhm.
action.
Normal.
Without taking
Okay.
anything directly and clicking an add button. This is called
Mhm.
abnormal action or meaningless actions. Whenever you are
Okay.
working with any application, we need to do abnormal actions also. Whenever you are doing
Mhm,
abnormal actions, then only we
mhm,
can do, we can get defects. So this
mhm,
monkey testing also one of the negative testing. Intentionally we are doing.
mhm,
Okay, madam.
mhm,
Why we are doing?
mhm,
Intentionally we are doing in order to find out the
mhm,
stability. In order to find out the stability, we will do testing.
mhm.
Then the type of testing is known as monkey testing.
Monkey
Intentionally we
testing.
are doing, not
Yes.
accident, we are doing intentionally we are
Mhm,
doing
mhm,
testing. Why? In order to
mhm,
find out the stability of the application, okay, we will do
mhm,
testing. Then the type of testing is known as monkey testing. Monkey testing
mhm,
means if one perform abnormal actions on the application intentionally in order to find out the stability of the application, then the type
mhm.
of testing is known as monkey testing.
Okay.
Okay, next testing, reliability testing. Reliability testing. Next testing, reliability testing. Reliability testing also one of the negative testing only.
Mhm,
Monkey testing and reliability testing both are negative testings. So
mhm,
reliability testing is nothing but if one perform continuous actions on the application
mhm,
intentionally,
mhm,
intentionally, intentionally we will do testing. That's why that is called reliability testing. If you perform abnormal actions on the application, that is called monkey testing. If you perform continuous actions on the application, if you do testing, then that is called reliability testing. Reliability
mhm,
testing and monkey testing both are belongs to soak testings. Both are belongs to soak testings. Here also we are doing intentionally. Here also we are doing intentionally. Why we are doing? In order to find out the stability of the application. In order to find out the stability of the application, we will do testing. Then the type of testing is known as reliability testing. Reliability testing
mhm,
and monkey testing both are negative testings. Why we are doing? In
mhm,
order to find out the stability of the application. So for example, I
mhm,
bought new iPhone. I bought new
mhm,
iPhone.
mhm,
I want to check
mhm,
whether that battery backup, how many hours it is giving. I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
So then in that situation, I will play the music. I will play with I will play games, and I will chat
Mm-hmm.
with friends, and I will something operations I will do.
Mm-hmm.
How many
Mm-hmm.
hours backup it is giving? I can do. I can check it.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm doing continuous action. Why I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that battery capacity purpose I'm doing. So here also,
Mm-hmm.
while this reliability testing, we will do
Mm-hmm.
continuous actions. We will do continuous actions on the application intentionally we are doing testing. That's why that is called reliability testing. Reliability testing and monkey testing both are belongs to soak testings. Why we are
Mm-hmm.
doing stability? We need to find out the stability. That's why we will do reliability testing and monkey testing.
Mm-hmm.
Next testing, port to testing. Port is nothing but it is a client place. Port is nothing but it is a client place. Port is nothing but it is a client place. After developing the application, after testing the application, we need to install the application into client environment. That is main task. Okay, after developing the application, after testing the application, we need to install the application into client environment. In that environment, application is properly working or not, we will do testing. Then the type of testing is known as port to testing. Port means it is a client place. You need to remember airport to and airport to airport means Vimanash. Airport to airport to airport.
Airport. Okay.
Airport
Okay.
just like port. Port is nothing but
Okay.
it is a client place. Port is nothing but it is a
Okay.
client place. After
Okay.
installing the application into client environment, we will do testing. Who in that environment application is properly working or not, we will do testing. That's why that is called port testing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For example, madam, tomorrow that application need to deliver to customer place.
Okay.
In our company application is properly working and client place
Mm-hmm.
it will work or not, tell me.
Sorry, can you repeat that again, please?
Tomorrow that one application is
Mm-hmm.
developed. Okay, one
Mm-hmm.
application is developed in that in
Mm-hmm.
our company customers whenever giving the requirement customer said that application should
Mm-hmm.
work in Windows 7 environment. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
in that situation we will create a Windows 7 environment in our company and we will check it is working, madam.
Yes.
Tomorrow if I install in client base it will work or not?
Okay. It will work. It should work.
Mm, no, we can't say confidently. Why? Because so
Okay.
compatibility issues. Already client installed some other softwares, any other softwares.
Mm-hmm.
Then that
Mm-hmm.
softwares be
Mm-hmm.
maybe it will
Mm-hmm.
not allow. So
Okay.
in that situation, that's the reason. Once again, we will install the application into client environment. In that environment,
Mm-hmm.
application is properly working or not. We will do testing. That's why that is called port testing.
Okay.
So I have two systems, madam. I have two
Mm-hmm.
systems. One software, same operating system I'm maintaining, madam. Same
Mm-hmm.
operating system I'm maintaining. One system is properly working. One system is not working.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there are chances, madam.
Mm-hmm.
There are chances. Why? Because
Mm-hmm.
in this system, I don't have any other softwares. In that system, having different softwares in that already installed softwares is there. So
Mm-hmm.
some softwares will deny the software. So
Mm-hmm.
once again, we need to install the application into client environment and once again we will do testing. Then the type of testing is known as port testing. Port testing means it is a
Mm-hmm.
client place. After installing the application into
Mm-hmm.
client environment, in that environment
Mm-hmm.
application is properly working or not, we will do testing. That's why that is called port
Mm-hmm.
testing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Next to testing, mutation testing. Mutation testing. Mutation testing very simple. Developed some application,
Mm-hmm.
madam.
Mm-hmm.
After testing, If you do any changes to this application, if you do any changes to this application, then that is called mutation testing. If you do
Mutation.
any changes to this application, already developed this application, if you do any changes to this application, if you do any changes to this application, then the type of testing is known as, then the type of testing is known as mutation testing, then the type of testing is known as mutation testing. So
Mutation.
compulsory we will do some changes, okay, based on the
Okay.
customer requirement
Okay.
or company or testers, okay, they may some changes we will do, madam. So that's why that is called mutation testing.
Okay. Okay.
Next to testing, ad hoc testing. Ad hoc testing, very very important testing. This is also ad hoc testing. You have one work, madam. You have one work. If you do daily 10 hours, it will take 1 month, madam. If you do 10 hours daily, it will take 1 month, madam. It will take 1 month, madam. Suddenly, your team lead came to your cabin, and he is saying, madam, at any cost, you should complete this work today itself. What will you do? You
I
know,
will
and
divide.
he know also.
Yes.
Okay, you have one work. That work will take 30 days. If you do every day 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, your team lead came to your cabin and he is saying, madam, at any cost, you need to complete this work. What will you do?
I will divide the work
Hmm?
and
What will you do?
yeah, I will divide I will divide the works among the other software engineer,
No, there is no
tester
staff,
engineer.
madam. You are the only person, madam.
Oh, then I don't know.
Ah, yeah, something better than nothing.
Okay,
Something better than
better than
nothing.
nothing.
So, we can't fulfill the work.
Mm-hmm.
We can't complete that work, but still we need to do something. So in that situation we will do ad hoc testing. Ad hoc testing
Mm-hmm.
means after understanding the requirements very clearly, our own style we will do testing. That's why that is called ad hoc testing. This is also rare situation we will do ad hoc testing. After understanding the requirements very clearly, our own style we will do
Mm-hmm.
testing. That's why that is called ad
Mm-hmm.
hoc testing. After
Okay,
understanding the
testing.
requirements very clearly, our own style
Mm-hmm.
we will do testing. That's why that is
Mm-hmm.
called ad hoc testing.
Okay,
Last testing, very very important testing, security
mm-hmm.
testing.
Security.
Security testing. Next testing, security testing. Security
Mm-hmm.
testing we will do in three ways. One is authentication testing. We will do in three ways. One is
Mm-hmm.
authentication testing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Customer want one application, madam.
Mm-hmm.
That application username should be triple A, password should be triple B is saying.
Mm-hmm.
Username should be triple A, password should be triple
Mm-hmm.
B is saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying username should be triple A, password should be triple B. In that
Mm-hmm.
situation, not only right username and right password, we will take
Mm-hmm.
different wrong usernames and wrong passwords. So in that situation, that application is allowing or not, we will do testing. That's why that is called authentication testing. Why we are saying
Okay.
authentication testing? Whenever you are working with Gmail or Skype, after giving
Mm-hmm.
username and password, it will take
Mm-hmm.
some time. After that, it
Mm-hmm.
will open the page, right?
Yes,
That time
right.
is called authentication time. The time is called
Mm-hmm.
authentication time. Why it is taking
Mm-hmm.
time? whenever you are registered, that time you gave some username and password, it will compare with the username and password. You entered some username and password. If it is both are same, it will open the next page. Otherwise it will show the error message. So authentication testing means not only right username, right password, we will take wrong usernames and wrong password. In that situation, that application is allowing or not, we will do testing. That's why that is called authentication testing.
Okay.
Okay, not only right
Okay.
username, right password, we will take wrong username and wrong password, we will do testing. In that situation, the application is allowing or not, we will do testing. That is why that is called authentication testing. Second one, direct URL testing. Direct URL testing. Direct URL testing. Okay, after opening the, after log into your Gmail, top of the page we can get one URL. That mail URL we can get it, right? Using that URL, some people want to access that application, some people want to access that application. In that situation, it is allowing or not, we will do testing. That's why that is called direct URL testing. Only they are giving only URL. Using that URL, they want to access that page. That time that page is allowing or not, we will do testing. That's why that is called direct URL testing. That's why that is called direct URL testing.
Direct URL testing.
Last one, firewall leakage testing. Last one, firewall leakage testing.
Firewall leakage testing.
Firewall leakage testing. For example, wherever you go, each and every software company will maintain common repository. Each and every software company, they will maintain common repository. Common repository is nothing but it is a storage place where we can store the total company information. Okay,
Yeah.
today project manager, today he is he is one person is working project manager today. Tomorrow somebody, some new people will come to company, he is not permanent employee, he is not permanent employee. So that's the reason each and every software company, they will maintain common repository. Common repository is nothing but it is a storage place where we can store the total company information, upcoming project to recently completed projects, and total company information will be stored in one repository. That is called common repository. Okay,
Okay.
common repository is nothing but it is a storage place where we can store the total company information. So if we want to access this information, each and every person need to have username and password. Then only they can access this information. Then only they can access this information. So in this information we have total company information we have. So if you want to access or view the information, compulsory you should have username and password. Then only you can access that information. For example, you are the test engineer. You are the test engineer. You can access up to here only using your username and password. You can access up to here only. Your team lead TL, he can access up to here. Why? Because using his username and password, he can access up to here. And we have one project lead using his username and password, he can access up to here. And that company CEO, he can access entire information. He can add, he can delete, he can edit, whatever want he can do it. So one level of users using username and password, they want to access other level of pages. In that situation, the application is allowing or not, we will do testing. That's why that is called firewall leakage testing. One level of users using username and password, they want to access, they try to access to other level of pages. In that situation, that application is allowing or not, we will do testing. That's why that is called firewall leakage testing.
Okay.
Okay, this is very important testing. Wherever you go, if it is any software company, we will do these 18 types of testings. Okay, we discussed
Okay.
One is build acceptance testing, regression testing, retesting, alpha testing, beta testing, static testing, dynamic testing, installation testing, compatibility testing, end-to-end testing, usability testing, port testing, and experts testing, monkey testing, reliability testing, and mutation testing, and ad hoc testing, and security testing. These are the 18 types of testing. Wherever you go, if it is any software
Mm-hmm.
company, any project, we will apply these types of testings.
Okay.
You will do only one type of testing, madam. You are the only one person, you are the one of the person in the project. You will not do
Mm-hmm.
you will not do all types of testing. You will do only one type of testing. So but whenever you are learning, we will
Mm-hmm.
learn all the types of testing. Whenever you are working with
Okay.
any software company, we will do only one type of testing. Okay, ma?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay.
This is today class, madam. And tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, will you come to class tomorrow?
Shall we do on Monday?
Hmm?
Monday to Friday? Shall we do on Monday to Friday, please?
Okay, Monday to Friday. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we don't have any class.
Monday to Friday.
Okay, yes, just to all
Yes.
today notes and
Yes.
recorded file I will send you, madam. Once play back it and
Mm-hmm.
just read
Mm-hmm.
the notes. Okay, manual
Uh-huh.
is very very important. Wherever you go, you need to start your career with manual testing only. Manual is a
Okay.
base. Manual is a
Okay.
base. If you are
Yes.
10 years,
Okay.
if you have 10 years
Mm-hmm.
experience, once if you go, if you
Mm-hmm.
want to change the company, once again, you need
Mm-hmm.
to start your career with manual testing only. They will not take
Okay.
directly into
Okay.
automation project, madam. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
madam?
Okay.
Oh.
Can I ask you a question?
Huh?
Is it possible to resend yesterday's record video again? Is it possible?
Yesterday record you want, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
because
yesterday
I did some
recorded.
mistake and it has been
Oh, okay,
cancelled,
madam.
so
Okay,
I
madam. I
cannot
will
able.
send you,
I
madam. I
cannot
will
able.
send you, madam. Yesterday session is
Okay.
levels and
Okay.
types of testing. I will send you, and today's session also I will send you.
Okay.
But you should wait minimum
Okay.
5 minutes, madam. Why? Because I need to convert this video to VLC format,
Okay.
so it will
Okay.
take
Okay.
some
Okay.
time.
No problem.
Within minutes,
Whenever you are free.
yeah,
Okay.
within 5 minutes I will send you.
Okay.
Okay. Have a
Okay.
nice day.
Okay.
Take care. Happy
You too.
weekend.
Thank
And
you.
Monday
And
we'll
one
have.
more thing.
Uh,
One more thing. You know the bank details you have provided.
uh,
Can I directly transfer money from my bank account to your account to that account?
okay.
I mean, can I directly transfer money in that account, or do I have to send it via
Oh no, no, directly you can send to that account, madam. No need to worry. Okay.
that account? Oh, okay, okay,
Okay. Okay. Have a nice day.
okay.
Take care,
Thank
ma. Happy
you
weekend.
too. Thank you. You
Bye,
too.
ma.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
ma.
you very much. Bye
Bye, ma.
bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.